Hi, and welcome to the Corporate Warriors podcast, Women's Career Accelerator. My name is Fela, and in this very first episode, I want to introduce you to Corporate Warriors, the podcast, what you can expect from it. And I also want to introduce you to myself, your host. So let's start off with myself. I have been born and raised in Germany, and I've been living in the US for over a year now, and I plan to stay here longer. I have been on a very rough and tidy and high and low containing career journey myself, and I have always been a really motivated and straightforward kind of woman. So I knew exactly, even before I started college, that I want to be a successful businesswoman, and I wanted to do anything it takes to get there. So when I started working in companies, all I could do was look out for other role models there. What are other women that had the success that I desired, and what were they doing in order to have that success? So all my life, I've been looking around and trying to understand what works and what doesn't, and try to figure out how I can create the career of my dreams for myself. Because I understood really quickly that HR departments are working for a company rather than for the employee. So I knew that it is my responsibility to create the career of my dreams. And in order to get there, I've seen quite different environments. So I've been working in small family-owned businesses. I've been working in stock exchange listed companies, which is really different environment. I've been working in a company with over 15,000 employees. And last but not least, I've also worked in a startup that became a scale-up while I was working there. So I've seen very different environments, and the first snippet I want to share with you is that it's really important if the environment fits to the employee's personality. I've seen great fits where people that wanted to grow quickly, that were really flexible and that were really understanding concepts of scaling, that would be really, really well suited and have amazing careers in startup companies. Whereas the same kind of personality would have trouble in some of the stock exchange listed companies or family owned more old school kind of businesses where change was just slower, where everything took more time, where patience was an important skill that those young women sometimes didn't have. So this is the very first thing I discovered, and from there on in each step of my career, I was really taking a real good look at what is it that I can do to advance quicker. In order to do that, I also learned a lot. I've been watching all videos that I could. I was reading a lot of books and tried to figure out what are the pieces of the puzzle that make a great career. So some of the episodes in this podcast will be about those pieces of the puzzle. That could be communication and negotiation. It could be personal branding or networking. And in other parts and other episodes of this podcast, I want to invite people to me in order to talk about their careers. I want to have relatable, inspiring career stories here in this podcast so that we can all learn from each other. I think a great tool in order to stay motivated and stay on track with your career is to listen to other career success stories and to learn from them, because we don't all need to do the same mistakes. And it is really inspiring once you hear and get a deeper understanding for what others have been through before they achieved some kind of career success. It can be so helpful and gives you the reward along the way, which is definitely needed, because a career, as we all know, it's a long-term project. And in order to do that, the long-term project, to have this long-term success, you need to be satisfied throughout the way, right? You need to be satisfied and happy about yourself and motivated at each step of the way. It's like a staircase that you go up. And basically, I want to encourage you to really celebrate each step of that stair that you go up towards your dream career. In other episodes, I will also invite managers right now, managing directors and these kinds of people, in order to understand how is their perspective on young and motivated women in the workforce, and what do they see as success factors, how do they promote, based on what. So I want to really share different kinds of perspectives that all help you to figure out what your next career step is and what the tactics are and the strategies that you want to implement in order to reach your career goal. And last but not least, being in so many different companies, having talked to many different people about their careers, and having observed a lot, read a lot of books, I really think that the cornerstone of this long-term success is that you find tactics and strategies that go hand in hand with your personality, with your skills, and with your character. Because I think that true career success can only be sustainable if you stay true to yourselves. I've seen women that were really, really good at that. Managers that would foster my unique strengths and that had the same values than I did. And it was just amazing. The career success came easy and it was really fun. And I've seen other women that thought or kind of came to the conclusion that being their truest self is not the right thing to do. So they started to play different roles that wouldn't fit with their characters. They tried to adapt values that weren't their own. And that is just a recipe for failure in my experience. I've been working also with bosses that would not have the same values like I did, that would not have the same management style that I did towards my team or department. And I just could see that this fit is really important. And my message to all you women out there who want to succeed in your careers: yes, learn the skills, learn all there is to know about how to create the career of your dreams, understand what it really is that you want to achieve, what success means to you in terms of your career, and then find out how you want to position yourself so that you can find an environment that fits you and where you can use these unique strengths that every one of us has and use them, and so that you can stay true to yourselves while building your dream career. That's it. That's a wrap. So this is what you can expect in this podcast. I'll commit to delivering the best value to you that I have to offer. And in return, I would love if you would like and subscribe so that you do not miss an episode. See you next time.